Hey there, Wes Dove here with Dove Development and Consulting. To this point, we've been looking pretty hard at the importance of values as a foundation for our organizations. Not most recently, but not so long ago, we looked at what I believe is one of the most textbook examples that I've ever seen of how values can indeed serve to be that foundation, but really catapult an organization for growth, both in overall revenue, profitability, and in strong team members really grasping the team and wanting to be a part of it and so on. Now, recently we've dug into how sometimes we can have those values in place, but the words don't mean anything. People might have some ambiguity around it, not really understand what's going on. And we talked about, hey, how do we make sure that we're really removing that ambiguity, taking that out of the equation, making sure that we're talking through it. What we're going to do now is really dig into how we can do that, how we can clearly define the values that we've got in our organization. And truth be told, gosh, that really starts with us in the leadership roles. We've got to make sure that our behaviors are very, very visible examples of each of those values. And we've got to talk about it some too. We can't just do things and hope folks interpret it the way we want them to. We've got to remove that ambiguity, and we've got to really define, here's what the things that we're doing are, here's why we're exemplifying the values the way we are, here's what they mean. We might have the words and the definitions, but if we're not providing that visible behavioral example, we're probably leaving room for that ambiguity to creep in. Now, the next thing we've got to do is we've got to make sure that anything when we're doing that isn't about us. It's not about, hey, look how great I am. It's really about, here's how you can do it too. Here's how, as an organization, when we exemplify these values, it serves us all. It serves our clients. It serves our customers. It makes sure that everybody in the team is really latched on to clear values and they can rally around them. Not long ago, I had a conversation with a friend who had recently joined a new organization. He took a general manager role with them. He said, hey, Wes, this may seem clear, but I've realized over the course of my career how important it is to be in lockstep and have the same values with the ownership, with the folks that I'm working with on the team, and how much it matters in really driving a strong organization. And it was so powerful to hear him say that. Now, the last thing that we need to do, we need to be able to, when we talk with our team members, not only talk about our own behaviors and how those are examples, but we need to highlight what they're doing and how it ties back to the jobs that they're responsible for, the tasks that I do daily, how those tie back to the values, and how their performance, their actions, their behaviors, how they match up with, they exceed, or maybe they even fall short of those values, and how we can redirect. We've got to make sure it's part of our general conversations, but we've especially got to build that into the formal discussions that we've got, be that the reviews, performance appraisals, whatever you want to call them, but also the disciplinary action, the corrective action. We've got to be able to say, hey, when you did this, here's where you fell short, and here's the value that you weren't matching up with. You weren't aligned with this value, and here's what I need you to do. Don't just say what you weren't doing. We've got to be able to make sure that we understand the roles enough that we can redirect that behavior and tie it back to those values so we can get the most power from it. Now, what we'll do moving forward is start to dig into areas of a business that are impacted when we either are in line with or aren't in line with those clear core values that we've really latched onto our company. I hope this serves you well. Now, the last thing I always do as I share something like this is challenge you. If you've never done it, work through the quick video assessment on our page that asks, 8, 9, 10 questions. And it's designed to really help identify where are you at right now in your role and what's killing your profitability. What's that one thing that's likely having the most impact where you're at on the profitability in your organization, specific to your leadership responsibility. And it'll help us figure out how can we help you address that immediately. Maybe it's something like a webinar that we've got set up on our site that's no cost. It's just something complimentary we've got out there. Maybe it's a low-cost digital course that we've seen huge return on investment for folks as they work through and actively put in place the different things that they identify from it. Or maybe it's us having a tailored conversation, say, hey, how can we best serve you? How can we identify what that profitability killer is in your organization? And how can we come up with a customized solution that matches it, be it for you personally or for your entire team? Hope this serves you well. Make it a great day. God bless.